Welcome to your online mathematics class, students. Okay, as I had already explained question number 1 in the live class, so I'm solving question number 2 for you. Alright, now it says ABCD is a rhombus and PQR and S are the midpoints. Okay, this is given to us. PQR and S are the midpoints. Okay, I had already explained what is the meaning of midpoint and how we use midpoint theorem. Okay, of the sides AB. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, BC, CD and DA respectively. So P, Q, R and S are the midpoint. You can see clearly P is the midpoint of AB, Q is the midpoint of BC, R is the midpoint of CD and S is the midpoint of DA. What you have to show that? You have to show that quadrilateral PQRS. Okay, quadrilateral PQRS. P, Q, R, S. I repeat, students, again. P, Q, R, S is a rectangle. Okay, quadrilateral PQRS is a rectangle. So solution, you can see the solution. Given ABCD is a rhombus in which PQR and S are the midpoints of sides AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. What you have to prove? PQRS is a rectangle. Okay, this is what we need to show that. We have to show that. We have to prove that PQRS is a rectangle. Okay, now construction. This means you have to do it from our side. Okay, you have to do this from our side. Join AC. So you can see this diagonal AC. Alright, PR, AC, PR and SQ. Okay, PR and SQ. So we have done this construction from our side. Okay, now see proof in triangle ABC. What is triangle ABC? This ABC. This is triangle ABC. P is the midpoint of AB given, right? Q is the midpoint of BC. Okay, given, which implies PQ. This is arrow. This is not arrow. We say implies. Okay, this implies. Okay, what is this symbol stand for? You should know, students. This implies. Okay, you should know this. This implies. Okay, notation. This arrow, we don't call this arrow, we call this as this implies. So this implies PQ is parallel to AC. Obviously, students, PQ will be parallel to AC and PQ will be half of AC by midpoint theorem. I already explained this. Okay. Similarly, in triangle DAC. Now see triangle DAC. Triangle DAC. Okay. Alright. SR is parallel to AC and SR is equal to half of AC. So now equation 1 and equation 2. From 1 and 2 we have PQ parallel to SR, alright, and PQ is equal to SR. This is clear to everyone, students? Alright. See here, PQ is parallel to AC and SR is parallel to AC. Therefore PQ will be parallel to SR. PQ is equal to half of AC. This means half of AC has two values, PQ, and half of AC is equal to SR. This means PQ will be equal to SR. Alright, which implies PQRS is a parallelogram. Very important, students. Now PQRS is a parallelogram. See, where is PQRS? PQRS is a parallelogram. Okay, parallelogram also know that one pair of opposite side is parallel and equal. Okay, parallelogram important property we have already shown, parallel and equal. Since ABQS is a parallelogram, where is ABQS? ABQS. Okay, is a parallelogram, implies AB is equal to SQ. AB, okay, AB is equal to SQ, opposite sides of a parallelogram. Similarly, since PBCR is a parallelogram. Okay, similarly, as we have proved this, okay, as we have shown this, ABQS is a PQRS is a parallelogram. We have shown this PQRS is a parallelogram. Since ABQS is a parallelogram, AB is equal to SQ, and similarly, since PBCR is a parallelogram, PBCR is a parallelogram, so BC, this BC will be equal to PR. So we are applying properties of parallelogram, which shows thus SQ is equal to PR. Okay, SQ is equal to PR because AB is equal to BC. AB is equal to BC. Alright, are you following, students? AB is equal to BC. Alright, therefore SQ is equal to PR. See here, AB is equal to SQ and BC is equal to PR. Now when AB is equal to BC, this means SQ is equal to PR. Alright. Since SQ and P are diagonals of a parallelogram, we can clearly see SQ, right? SQ and PR okay, diagonals of parallelogram PQRS, which are equal. Alright, these are equal. Therefore, implies PQRS is a rectangle, hence proof. Okay, students, so all these properties which we studied of parallelogram, rectangle and midpoint theorem we have used. I hope you have followed. Nothing difficult. So you can do other questions. I will solve one more question, students, and then you can complete the exercise. Because after 3 questions I have already explained, 3 or 4. Okay, so hardly 3 are left, so you can complete that. Okay, so I'll proceed to next question. Question number 5. Okay, question number 5 says, in a parallelogram ABCD, so you can see this figure ABCD, E and F, okay, are the midpoints of sides AB, okay, sides AB and CD respectively. See figure, so you can see this figure. Okay, show that the line segment AF and EC, show that the line segment AF, right, and EC trisect the diagonal BD. See the diagonal BD trisect means 3 equal divisions. See, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Bisect means 2. Okay, trisect means 3 divisions. So 1, 2, 3. This is not equal to sign. This is for your explanation. Let me erase this. Okay, so this is trisection. This means it is dividing into 3 equal parts. You have to show this. Okay. Alright. So how to proceed? Given a parallelogram ABCD in which E and F are the midpoint of side AB and DC respectively. Alright. So we have to show that. Okay. Since it is trisecting, we have to show that DP is equal to PQ is equal to QB. Okay, I hope you have followed the meaning of this word trisect, students. Okay, this means 3 equal parts. Okay, 3 equal parts. Okay, that is why see here DP, you have to show that DP is equal to PQ is equal to Q. Okay, now proof, starting with the proof. Since E and F are the midpoint of AB and DC, already given E is the midpoint of AB and this here F is the midpoint of DC, which implies, okay, this AE is what? Half of AB, right? Similarly, CF will be half of DC. Okay, so equation 1 is clear, student. Okay, but AB is equal to DC. But AB is equal to DC by student because it is given parallelogram and opposite sides of parallelogram are parallel and equal. Okay. So AB is equal to DC. Is everything are also opposite sides of a parallelogram are what? Parallel and also equal. Now see AB is equal to DC. Alright. Therefore AE is equal to CF and AE is parallel to CF. Okay. Therefore AE. Okay. See here we already shown this. AE is equal to half of AB. Alright. And therefore AE is equal to CF. Alright. And AE will be parallel to CF. Are you following, students? Implies AECF is a parallelogram. So why? Because one pair of opposite sides is parallel and equal. I hope you have followed, students. Nothing difficult till here. Alright. In triangle BAP, now see triangle BAP, this triangle BAP. Okay, E is the midpoint. E is the midpoint of AB, right? And E will be parallel to AP by converse of midpoint theorem. Okay, converse of midpoint theorem. Everything is also. And Q is the midpoint of PB. Okay, this length PB. Q is the midpoint of PB, which implies PQ will be equal to QB. Okay, which implies PQ is equal to QB. PQ is equal to QB. Alright. Similarly, in triangle DQC, see where is triangle DQC? D, Q and C. Alright. P is the midpoint. Okay, P is the midpoint of DQ. So DP will be equal to PQ. So DP will be equal to PQ. Alright. So from third and fourth. Now see third and fourth. PQ has two values. PQ is equal to QB and DP is equal to PQ. This means DP is equal to QB. Alright. DP is equal to QB. Okay, see this. Third and fourth DP. You can see from third and fourth dp is equal to pq is equal to qb. Okay, because this is dp equal to pq and pq is equal to qb, so that is not related. dp is equal to pq is equal to qb. Okay, or line segment AF and EC trisect the diagonal BD. So this is the meaning of trisecting. This means there will be 3 equal parts. So that is what I have shown. This will be 3 equal parts. AF and EC trisect the diagonal BD. Okay, students. So in this way we will complete the questions. I think 1 or 2 questions are left, so you can complete that. Okay, so maintain your fair register, students, and complete your work and update your work. Okay, so study well and all the best.